Sarah, I understand you're going to read to us today. Over to you. Thank you.
Right. Hi, everyone. This is a benedictory verse from Guru Vachaka Kovai, the most comprehensive collection of Ramana Maharshi's sayings, composed and strung together by the poet Sri Murugana. And it's verse 14. In response to the great and befitting penance, tapas, performed by the ocean-girdled Mother Earth, the nameless and formless Supreme Brahman itself took the glorious name and form of Sri Ramana Sadguru. May those spotlessly pure feet, Sat Chit, existence consciousness, be in our hearts.
Thank you, Sarah. And would you be so kind as to read it again for us? Would that be okay?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it's verse 14. In response to the great and befitting penance, tapas, performed by the ocean-girdled Mother Earth, the nameless and formless Supreme Brahman itself took the glorious name and form of Sri Ramana Sadguru. May those spotlessly pure feet, Sat Chit, existence consciousness, be in our hearts.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you again. So if I remember correctly, that verse 14 in Guru Vachaka Kovai, as Sarah says, Guru Vachaka Kovai is, it's thought to be, or it is, the most comprehensive collection of Bhagawan's sayings, of Bhagawan's verbal teachings, as opposed to his non-verbal teachings, and as opposed to his written teachings. We have his written teachings, the teachings he wrote himself. We have his non-verbal, non-written teachings, which is the eternal self, that pure silence, our true nature, that's always present. And we have a collection strung together of what he said. And of all the collections of all the recorded manuscripts that contain his verbal teachings, Guru Vachaka Kovai is said to be the most comprehensive and most accurate. And this verse 14, I think the idea behind this verse is as follows. The idea is that the whole of humanity, if you take the whole of humanity every being, and you think of all the spiritual practice that various human beings have done, yearning for liberation, yearning for happiness, yearning for yoga or union with the bliss of the divine, yearning to be united with God. All these human beings who, through their desire, deep desire for liberation and their deep desire to be united with God, have performed all these various spiritual austerities known as tapas. And because of all this, because of this desire from all these people, the world, or the self, I should say, the self took the form of Bhagavan. Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. And he came to teach us. Why did he come to teach us? Because of our yearning, our desire to be taught. So, the pure consciousness, the self, took the form of the Guru, Bhagavan Ramana. And Bhagavan Ramana directs us to the teaching, which is his feet. In verse 14, I believe, it says his feet. And it explains what is meant by his feet. His feet doesn't mean the literal feet. It means Sat Chit, being consciousness. And there's this phrase, the beginning of the verse, it was something like the ocean girdled earth. The ocean girdled earth. And I believe, if I recall correctly, that this is a phrase meaning the whole of humanity. In the same way, we may say something like, I don't know, we might say, the world celebrated. The whole of the world celebrated. We don't literally mean that the planet Earth, the rock, the sphere that's orbiting the sun, we don't mean the sphere, the Earth celebrated. We're referring to the people of the Earth. When we say the world celebrated, we're referring to the human beings on the Earth. We're not referring to the zebras on the Earth. We're not referring to the bacteria and the plants on the Earth. We're not referring to the actual rock, stone that forms the actual planet. We're talking about humanity. And in the same way, in this saying, I think I'm right in saying that this ocean girdled earth is referring to the totality of mankind. Are you able to read that verse one more time?
Yeah, sure.
And then maybe if people didn't understand it the first time, hopefully my explanation will help.
Okay.
And we'll see. I think the idea is that our combined desire and prayer for a guru has materialized Bhagavan, and he points us to his feet, or he enlightens us with his feet, which is Sat Chit, which is our true nature. So when we bow to Bhagavan's feet, we are actually turning towards the self. This is the idea. Externally, if we see Bhagavan, we may bow to his feet. This is the traditional greeting. Bow to the feet. In India, this is very traditional, especially at the time of Bhagavan. It wouldn't be just something you do towards a guru. It would be something you do maybe towards your parents, or towards your elders, or towards a school teacher. Or if somebody, when I was younger, if we have Indian friends visiting us, I'd be expected to bow to their feet as a greeting, as a sign of respect. It's called pranam or pranam. In Bengali, pranam. So we bow to Bhagavan's feet, but what does that symbolize? It symbolizes us turning within, and abiding as the self. If you could read it one more time again, Sarah, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
In response to the great and befitting penance, tapas, performed by the ocean-girdled Mother Earth, the nameless and formless Supreme Brahman itself took the glorious name and form of Sri Ramana Sadguru. May those spotlessly pure feet, Sat Chit, existence consciousness, be in our hearts.
So for those of you who didn't understand the verse, the first or the second time, I hope it was clear on the third reading. Now, we should bow to his feet. Externally, if we feel like we want to, we should bow to his feet. We should bow to him. Physically, we should prostrate ourselves if we feel we want to. This is very good. This brings us humility.